Latchkey kids are elementary and middle school age children who are left to care for themselves before or after school. The term comes from the key to the house, or latchkey, being strung around the neck of the child. It's estimated that more than 15 million children are on their own after school. The growing number of dual income and single parent families, combined with either a lack of child care or the inability to pay for child care, has created a rise in this stressful phenomenon.
Uh. Uh uh uh. Uh uh uh.
There are multiple situations that can occur when an underage child stays home alone. One example would be a home invasion. Children should be taught to lock the door behind them, know not to answer the door for strangers, and have a way to communicate with parents and or law enforcement. Another example would be tragedies occurring, such as a fire or inclement weather like a tornado or a flood. Making sure children know what to do in these situations is a good way to keep your child safe. In addition to this, leaving a child home alone can increase the possibility of a child being victimized by strangers, siblings, or friends. All of these are dangers that can potentially happen to your child, and it's important for a parent to be knowledgeable on the subject.
There are many things to consider when and if is a good time to leave your child home alone. First and foremost, what are your state laws? The state of Kentucky doesn't have a set age. However, a child under the age of 11 will be investigated for child abuse. The second thing to consider is if they're mature enough to be left alone. Start by asking yourself these questions. Does your child show responsibility for things like homework, household chores, or following directions? Can your child handle unexpected situations? Can they stay calm when things don't go as planned? Can they use good judgment? Do they know basic first aid? And are they comfortable coming to you should they have a problem? For example, when leaving them home alone, start by leaving and going to the store for 30 minutes and come straight back. When you come back, ask them, were they scared? Were there anything they were worried or concerned about? Try to address their needs and concerns as they come up. Did they follow the rules you laid out for them? So gradually increase the time that you leave them alone. And if there are siblings, try to wait a while before introducing babysitting responsibilities so you don't overwhelm them.
Negative effects on a latchkey child. There are many ways a latchkey child can be negatively affected, like their relationship with their parents, peers, and educators. Unsupervised time can make children independent and can sometimes lead to challenges with negative outcome. Some latchkey kids may develop an unhealthy relationship with themselves. There is a greater chance for them to experience a high incidence of fear, loneliness, stress, and depression when they're home alone. Latchkey children face the fear of a possible encounter with an intruder when their parents don't come home on time. This can affect the child in a negative manner, causing them to have feelings such as depression, academic failure, and isolation. Some children will show symptoms of aggression and delinquency throughout their entire life. Latchkey situation shows early onset symptoms of exposure to drugs and sexual abuse. Peer pressure, poor relationship with siblings, and parents and educators can make those kids experiment with drugs. Children that are unattended for a long period of time are more likely to abuse alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, or even sexual abuse. These behaviors are caused by peer pressure and feeling of loneliness when they are left home alone. Latchkey kids often show symptoms of unhealthy relationship with their parents. This is due to the child's safety being at risk when their parents are not home for a long period of time. Negative interaction between parent and child can possibly link them to harmful and criminal behaviors. These behaviors happen during after hours of school when the parents are not home with the children. These fears are never confronted and are never resolved throughout their entire life.
It's true that too much time alone can have negative effects on children, but it can also have a positive impact on the child's development. Having a clear plan in place, such as a list of responsibilities and activities that your child can do until you get home, can help children learn to be more responsible, independent, and self-reliant, which in turn can help build self-esteem and help ensure a positive latchkey experience. Too much time alone can have a negative turn can help build self-esteem and ensure that a positive latchkey is.
I had to gel it down because otherwise I'll look like a Q-tip.
No, the whole class can see these.
Oh, I'm recording.